Good day, this is Curiosity Holmes. So today we are going to discuss about important things you need to know before riding a motorcycle. So before we start, may I say this warning to you. So riding motorcycle is a very dangerous activity, so keep that in mind every time you ride with your own limits. Beginners should not underestimate the risk of riding. Always wear helmets, gloves, jacket, and boots. You should practice in an empty parking lot before get on public roads. So, if there are so many risks, why do people still ride? Because riding is fun. The sense of freedom it gives you is just amazing. It's like the saying, four wheels move the body, two wheels move the soul. What the heck? This is very important. Motorcycle can kill if you do not take your responsibility of riding a motorcycle in the proper way. It can kill you, no? Even if it is fun, even if it is amazing, even if just like exploring the world, it's just like flying, but it could kill you. Okay. First thing, we need to get familiar with the controls of our motorcycle. So depending on the model of your motorcycle, it varies guys, but the basics are the same. So the motorcycle that we're going to discuss today is a clutch motorcycle or a manual motorcycle. So in a manual motorcycle guys, first thing is you need to know the controls. So the controls are these are the part of your motorcycles that you need to look into in order for you to operate and safely ride a motorcycle. So we have here the front brake lever. So the front brake lever, this is um, a part of the motorcycles that enable you to stop or to slow down your motorcycle. So we have two brake system of our motorcycle. We have the front brake lever, and then we have the foot brake uh, part of our motorcycle. So later I will show you the foot brake. This is the front brake lever. This is located at the right upper portion of your driver bar of your motorcycle. So little bit of warning guys, now similar to braking in a car, do not grab this front brake lever suddenly and tightly. Why? Because it can cause accident and it could lose your balance and injured you. So always put in your mind that the front brake needs to be pressed slightly, not tightly and not sudden, slowly and slightly. For a good practice guys, it's better that you grab the motorcycle using your two fingers or one finger in order to avoid a sudden tight grip on it. And next to your front brake lever, you can see a throttle. So the throttle is a handle that you can turn it upward and downward. This is a part of your motorcycle that enables you to accelerate. If you move the throttle in this position, now if you turn it up, so it will increase the revolution of your engine, and when you put the gear on, so you will start to increase your speed. And also guys, for motorcycles that are manual, in the left side of your handlebar, you could notice a brake like lever that that is connected to your engine. So that is a clutch. The clutch must need to be pressed before engaging in any gear, because if you don't press the clutch and then you engage in the first gear, so the motorcycle automatically shut off or stop on running, or else there's a risk of accelerating suddenly and injured you. And also guys, in the left corner we can also see this is the control for your headlights, and you could press this one to low beam or high beam, and just below this light control we have your signal control, no? If you push this one going to the left, the signal control blinker of your motorcycle will blink, the signal going to the left, and the right foot corner of your motorcycle, there you can locate also the rear brake or the foot brake. Then we have here the foot peg. So the foot peg is an accessory that enables you to rest your foot or your feet. Okay guys, this is the shifter or the shifting gear of your motorcycle. So depending on the models of your motorcycle, for manual motorcycle, so we have this shifting pattern depending on the type of your motorcycles. Other motorcycles, the first gear is you need to shift it up, and then second and third, fourth gear you need to shift it down. Automatic motorcycle, the first gear, engage the gear, you need to step it down, shift it down in order to have the first gear, and then if you need to go up into your second gear, you need to step it down, and then if you will reduce your gear, you need to step up, okay, or you need to shift up. Now what are the difference between the gear 1, gear 2, 3, 4, and 5 or 6? So it is basically it is the ratio of your gears in comparison with the revolution of your engine. So it means with your gear number 1, it is a first gear because it is the slowest revolution output, but it will give a greater torque compared with your gear 4 or gear 5. Gear 4 or gear 5, it is called high gear because it will give you a higher revolution output, but it will give you a less torque. That's why if you are going up in a steep or a hill, you need to gear down, because high gear is not useful in a steep terrain or uphill terrain because it has a low torque output. I remind you guys that in the shifting mechanism, it depends on the motorcycle. If manual, you need to first press the clutch before shifting a gear, but in a semi-automatic, you do not need to bother to press any clutch, because in a semi-automatic motorcycle, the clutch is not around. And we have also now latest motorcycle, the scooter is a fully automatic motorcycle. Caution guys, once the bike exceeds the walking speed, you should put your feet on the pegs. Dragging your feet down can cause potential danger. Yes guys, if your motorcycle is moving, do not dangle your feet or do not let your feet drag into the pavement, because it would increase the risk of injuring your feet. Okay guys, we are done with the basics. We are done with your controls of your motorcycles. Always remember that you need to check the brakes, You need to check your oil. You need to check your tires. You need to check your lights. You need to check your signal lights, your headlights, and the tire pressure of your front tire and your back in your rear tire, and make sure that your tire is not worn out, because it might affect the handling capability of your motorcycle. So let's move with the protective gears. It is best, guys, that you need all of these protective equipments or protective gears. So the most important of all is your helmet. Take note, guys, we need to invest in your helmet, because your helmet is the soul of your head. It means it is the main gear that protect your head. If you don't have helmet, you will have a risk of having internal hemorrhages or brain damages. Okay, so that's why it is very important that you need to have a helmet, and make sure, guys, that your helmet pass the ICC standards, or it has an ICC sticker. And you need also to check your helmet. No, you can check it now. Just feel the texture of your helmet. Just feel the weight. Just feel the rigidity of your helmet. Most likely, cheap helmet doesn't provide um, better protection. So you can use the half face helmet, but uh, the full face helmet provides more protection than the half face helmet. And then additional, guys, you need also to have a boots. So it is recommended that when you ride motorcycle, you need to have a closed shoes, at least a closed shoes. You are not allowed to have slippers, barefooted, or sandals or whatsoever. You need to use a closed shoes, at least closed shoes. But if for the riders, you need to have a riding boots, no? Because riding boots are rigid and could have a more protection. And then you need also to look into suits, no? The a jacket, a leather jacket, most preferably a thick leather jacket, because it will increase the protection against burn, against dragging, friction, whatever. And then also goggles for additional um, protection in your eyes. If your helmet does have visor, so you do not need to have goggles. And then also gloves that has protection in your knuckles, in your bony productions of your hands. And also, guys, your hands must be thick also, in order to provide some protection. And you need also to have a chin guard, a knee guard, for uh, additional protection. Okay, so both the driver and the passenger must wear DTI approved with ICC sticker. That's what I saying a while ago. It should have ICC sticker. Helmet when riding a motorcycle as per Republic Act 10054, or the Motorcycle Helmet Act of 2009. So you need to have helmet, guys, because it saves life, and also it protects you and your passenger. So if you are planning that, if you know that there's someone riding at your back with your motorcycle, you need to have an extra um, helmet your um, for the passenger of your motorcycle. And then the maximum carrying capacity of your motorcycle is one passenger. You cannot have two, three, four, five, or six passenger in a motorcycle, because it might affect the stability of your motorcycle. At least one person, that is the limit. And for accessory, guys, all motorcycles should have headlights. No headlights, there is a violation on that. No? You could be given a ticket on that with the LRTFE or the LTO. tail lights, signal lights, brake lights, side mirrors. Yeah, that's very important. And horns. That's why before you ride motorcycle, you need to check all of those. Then the LTO also allows a maximum of supplementary white or selective yellow LED lights. So if you need to have a additional lights in your motorcycle, so you can have this one, but provided that uh, it is never towards the left side of your motorcycle. It should be focusing down, not up, because it might interfere with the with the vision of the driver that is towards you. Okay, so Motorcycle Helmet Act of 2009 and Republic Act 1066 or the Children's Safety on Motorcycles Act of 2005. Okay, what you're looking at the picture, guys, there is a guy, no? There's a guy there that is riding a motorcycle, and then they have 1 to 3 passengers. So the wrong number one violation of this rider, guys, is first the driver doesn't have helmet, okay, and then doesn't have closed shoes, and then according to the Republic Act 10666, you cannot allow a child passenger in a motorcycle, not unless it is an emergency situation, or the child has helmet, and then there is no traffic, no vehicles around. You can have child, but only one child. And guys, the worst thing in this picture is all of them doesn't have helmet and doesn't have any protective equipments. So this is clearly a violation. This is endangering the lives of the passenger, not only the driver. Okay, I hope, guys, that you realize how important life. So that's why if you ride motorcycles, do not forget that you need to wear your helmets. Okay, and do not allow children to ride motorcycle or to become passenger, because it is against the law. So I hope, guys, that this video help you and give you some knowledge about the importance of knowing the basics before riding motorcycles.